They're coming for the audio, not the video. Nobody want to see us.
Nobody came to see you, Otis.
Nobody came to see you.
They coming to see Clarence, though.
They're coming to see Clarence.
They coming to see
You know
Clarence.
why? Because a good lawyer knows the law. Great lawyer knows the judge. Remember that.
See Jizzle.
See Jizzle in the house.
What's up?
Yeah. We'll get to that later.
Unsolicited opinions. Ooh, I love those.
Come on, nigga, let's go. I've been waiting.
Welcome to Unsolicited Opinions, Season 5. We about to drop some nuggets on y'all, some advice that all of you need. Yeah, all of y'all need. We got a special guest today.
But don't take it to heart, though, because we're not responsible.
We got Clarence Johnson Jr. Esquire here on the podcast, and he's going to be giving us some
40 years of legal knowledge in the Atlanta area.
Right.
Y'all should respect that.
So y'all stay tuned.
Yeah, y'all respect that.
Stay tuned.
Well, you know, since we are drinking,
Right.
you know, I guess the first thing I want to talk about is DUIs.
All right.
Because they seem to run rampant in Atlanta, and especially around holidays. But it's not the holidays you think. New Year's Eve, everybody stay home or they Uber. But Christmas Eve, if it's on a Friday or Saturday, people get loose.
Really? So Christmas Eve, you think is is a big DUI night?
Yeah, I picked up 5 cases one time.
On Christmas Eve?
On Christmas Eve. And of course, the real drunk holidays, Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. Yeah.
What about
always.
St. Patrick's Day, though? Not so much because people expect.
I think people
No, because
expect.
it's a white holiday.
I mean, you ain't like, did you see an uptick on Juneteenth? Gonna be like on Black Holiday?
Yeah.
And not so much on Cinco de Mayo either.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if there's cops that's disappointed that they don't get to go out and get drunk on them holidays. Man, if I ain't had to be running around 285, I'd be right at Papa Cito.
They are. That's why they're pulling people over angry. You going to jail tonight because I had to work.
And I always tell folks, if you're going to get drunk, don't do it after 11 o'clock. Most of my cases are between 12 a.m. and 5 in the morning because that's when the DUI task force is. I think...
Wait a minute, the DUI task force don't start till a certain time?
Yeah, about 11 o'clock at night.
So
I got a new game plan. So all my fellow drinkers out there, we going from 5 to 11 hard, and we out.
You know what?
What?
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna open a new bar called 5 to 11.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Think about how drunk we used to be at Dave & Buster's. But
Right.
Dave & Buster's started at 4. And by 7:30, 9 o'clock, we was gone.
We was gone.
Yep.
We was gone.
Oh, we were going to Twist at Fifth Plaza.
But I'm just saying, but we was drunk and gone.
Drunk and gone. Like we would go in at 4:30, about 7:30, 9 until they opened up the club.
Because we knew what COB stood for.
Yeah, count on being busted.
Busted.
Yeah,
Come on back, black boy.
Oh yeah, that's the next one I was finna hit. Come on back, black boy.
And so, if I've done 100 DUI cases, and I probably have, in my long, illustrious career, probably only 5 have been during the daytime. And that's when people will either sleep, or they hit a person, or they hit something.
Yeah,
you got to be really
I was
messing
just
up.
about to say you got to be out there and drunk to get a daytime DUI. Like if you got a daytime DUI, I'm going to question all your life decisions.
Well, and I had one lady, she ran into a ditch, but she said she had been drinking beer since she was 10 and smoking weed since she was 15.
That was a defense. That was a defense.
It didn't work.
Yeah, I'm about to say, how'd that hold up?
How'd that hold up? Your Honor, I've been doing this shit a long time ago. I had one mishap. Come on.
I've been doing this. I can drink 5 beers.
Yeah. That's like you drinking 5 cups of water. I'm good.
And that's the other thing. People so quick to admit what they had, because that's the first thing the cops gonna ask. Have you been drinking? And almost everybody says a couple of drinks. What is a couple of drinks?
What's the first thing you should do when you get pulled over and you're suspected of DUI?
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly. All that talk. And don't take any of those damn tests. Don't take any of them, especially if you know you are lit or wasted, because you are building their case.
Yeah, you're giving them evidence.
You're not helping yourself. And some people think that the cops are going to let them go, but pretty much once they made up their mind that they're going to take you in, they're going to take you in, believe me.
And they probably, most of the time, they make up their mind before they even walk up to the door.
Right. And then the other thing, and some people would take all the tests except when it's time to blow or submit blood. But I would just not take any of the tests.
Can you refuse to submit blood?
You can. Now, there's a little caveat. There are some outlying counties. That's where you got to choose where you get drunk.
Please let me know where not to go to drink.
Some places like Gwinnett and Douglas and Fayette, they will get a judge to sign a warrant, and they will involuntarily take your blood, even though you've said no. And so whenever I go to party in Fayette, Douglas, or Gwinnett, Clarence Ubers or Lyfts.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm serious.
Good move.
I'm serious. Now the other, city of Atlanta and Fulton and DeKalb and for the most part Cobb, they don't do that. And this has been challenged because it almost seems like it's unconstitutional to involuntarily take somebody's blood. And because, to be honest, I don't want anybody taking my blood but my doctor or my nurse.
So what are the stipulations they put in the warrant to get a judge to say, hey, you can involuntarily take his blood?
Well, they just get the judge to sign it. And I got a new case where I heard that it may have been pre-printed. So I'm going to challenge that.
Oh, so they got a blanket statement. Just somebody to sign off on,
And then the other thing I'm going to start doing, if the judge who signs the warrant ends up getting the case, I'm going to challenge and try to get that judge recused, because that's not fair to me. And it's certainly not fair to my client.
Right.
The same judge that signs the warrant ends up presiding over the case.
Yeah, because he's going to protect his warrant. He found that there was probable cause, so he's not gonna do that test over again.
And that's one of the main reasons why I would never do a DUI trial in front of just a judge, period. Let it be a jury of your peers.
Right.
Let them decide, and typically get people that like to drink.
He only had 2 beers.
So in jury selection, you be like, so how many bottles you put down tonight?
What's your favorite drink?
Your favorite drink? Yeah,
you drink dark or white?
He's like a crown man. We want him.
He'll make it.
He'll make it.
And people who look like they don't like police, put them on there too.
So all the black people.
I was going to say, what does that look like?
Yeah, but I know what that look. You know that look. Yeah, come on, it's universal.
I had a trial in Douglas once, and there was a redneckish looking guy, and he looked like he drank 12 beers a day and didn't like the police.
For breakfast.
I put him right on that jury, and he helped acquit my guy.
How hard is it to get a DUI acquittal?
Well, it depends. If you give them evidence.
True.
If you do the test, you blow, you give them evidence.
Most people mess themselves up, don't they, in these cases?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, think about it. Most people tell on themselves.
Right.
Because you sit on the side of the road and they like say the alphabet backwards. And most people say, I couldn't do that if I was sober. You know,
so you're not sober. Yeah.
And see, that's one of the things I learned as a kid. ZYXW. VUPSRQTON.
So you was planning on getting drunk. So as a child, you planned on drinking and having to pass field sobriety test.
Yeah, he's like, I got this down pat.
I can't wait to get pulled over.
I've been doing this since I was 12.
I can't wait. They're gonna be in such a shock when they pull me over. I would know this shit. I feel we'd be remiss if we don't say that we're not condoning drinking and driving. We're just telling y'all, some legal things to do if you do get pulled over for this.
Right. But again, this is not legal advice.
This is not legal advice.
and I'm
conversation.
And I'm on Uber tonight. But,
I ain't.
And it's not against the law
what's your phone number?
have a drink and drive. You cannot be over the legal limit. And people always say that all the time. Well, I'm not drunk. I wasn't drunk. It doesn't matter whether you were drunk or not. And one man's drunkenness may be another man's
soberness.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah.
So it just depends upon whether you're over the legal limit.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question. So what if I got pulled over and they pulled me off for suspicion of DUI and then they blew me and I did the test and I was under the legal limit? What is the cop's obligation then? If I'm under it, they can still arrest me?
They can still arrest you because there's another law now that says DUI less safe. And it's not connected.
It's catch-all.
It's not connected to an alcoholic content based upon a breathalyzer or
they're just saying you just look unsafe out there in the streets.
Or a blood test.
Right. So the legal limit, well, for Georgia, legal limit is 0.08.
Right.
So if you blow a 0.08 or anything above that, scientifically, you're drunk, regardless of how you feel, whether your voice is slurring.
That's what the limit is. Yeah, that's just what the limit is.
That's just your alcohol concentration based,
on your body chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're scientifically drunk. And that's very hard to beat.
Right.
Because that's science.
Right.
They come up with the science report in court.
Yeah.
He's 0.08. But when you're less safe is an opinion. And they can say, because he stumbled, my opinion is he's drunk. Because he said words this certain way, it's an opinion.
Right.
As you could say,
it's easier to fight.
You can fight it.
Yeah.
You might have a speech impediment.
Right.
You might have,
He doesn't understand my southern lingo.
Hey, shawty, ain't nothing wrong
on me. This is how I be talking.
And I've actually had cases where people were under the legal limit and they still took them in. Of course, I was able to either get them dismissed or reduced to a reckless.
I'm about to say, what's the next charge under DUI? Reckless?
Reckless.
And then what's under that?
Free.
Oh, okay. So there's only there's no other.
Maybe failure to maintain lane.
Okay, I was about to say, what's the next minor the charge under if you?
Failure to maintain lane might be one. And reckless driving is 4 points on your license. So if you're able to plead no contest or no low contendere, then that saves you points on your license. It may save your insurance from getting jacked up.
How many points before they snatch it?
15.
15?
Yeah.
You can get 15 points on your license before they just say
but if you're under 21, you get 4 out of here.
Oh, if you're under 21. Oh, if you're drinking and driving under the age.
And so a lot of times, if my clients are 20, should I say this? I just keep getting continuances until they get 21.
It's good legal strategy, y'all.
It's a strategy.
Hey, DUI guy here. If you need him, we're going to put his credentials up on the screen.
Yeah. We'll throw his email address at the bottom, so if you need to contact him.
And as y'all know, this is fitting. We brought this man on here considering our show is basically just us drinking.
And I got Gentleman Jack, because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
And I like Jack.
And he don't like to see people getting jacked up. That's why we brought him here. Oh, he almost fell out of his chair already. I got to get him.
I think you were less safe podcasting.
I am not driving.
You podcasting under the influence. PUI.
You podcasted under the influence.
You got a PUI already. I'm gonna need you to walk this line over here.
A PUI. I love it.
Matter of fact, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 years in podcasting under the influence. That's our new terminology.
That's
PUI.
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 Now the other thing when you go to court, whether it's a DUI, a PUI, or whatever.
For anything.
Folks, we got to learn how to dress. Whether it's in real court or Zoom court, there is a standard.
Is it?
Now, if you're a defendant, I'm not saying you have to wear a shirt and tie or dress. That's for
But I think the key word here is presentable.
But I mean, hold on. I've been in court, and folks have come in with bonnets on their head.
Oh, bonnets. The girls, the
silk joints.
Silk joints.
House shoes.
No.
Pajama pants.
No.
Well, they let them through the front door like that? I don't even think they can get through the metal detector like that.
So that already means.
And you know what they're doing as soon as they walk through? They're going to jail.
They're going to jail. And so if they came in their pajamas in their sleepwear, did they take a bath or a shower?
Right.
I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, all right, what's the worst thing you've seen in actual court?
Like dress wise?
Yeah.
Or I want to hear some fight stories.
Well, one of the stupidest things I saw was a guy who was charged with a weed possession, and he came in with a marijuana leaf on his shirt.
I was representing my man.
For life.
Yeah. Like, this is who I am.
I'm high right now.
What y'all gonna do?
Something else that didn't make sense to me, I saw a guy who was not my client who had the B word on his shirt.
Really?
I pulled him aside. I said, look, homie, do you have a jacket? He said, no. I said, can you flip your shirt up to that? Why? I said, you got the B word on your shirt. And I said, there's a black female prosecutor, you see her? And a black female judge. It's about to come out now. What do you think they're going to say?
What do you think they're gonna think? Yeah.
And even if it was a white male judge,
I'm about to say,
that's still not appropriate. But,
Yeah.
And he said, oh, man, thank you. And another one had Ho on his shirt.
Really?
And
I guess people just don't be thinking.
And I'm the good Samaritan lawyer. And I love my people. So I'll go to them whether I know them or not. I approach them in a nice way. Hey, let me holler at you for a minute. Do you mind if I say something? And they're typically
receptive of it, yeah.
Because I'm not judging. I'm just
well, in that environment, you always. I've never seen today's first day I've seen you without a suit. Since I've known you.
And you see what my shirt says.
Yeah, he's still
a good lawyer knows the law. A great lawyer knows the judge.
Yeah.
But a great lawyer knows the law too.
Well, speaking of marijuana
And courtroom etiquette.
But I mean,
what are the possession laws in Fulton County? Are you familiar with those, or has it been decriminalized a little bit?
It's okay. I'm gonna make this short. It's been relaxed in the more urban parts of Metro Atlanta, City of Atlanta, Fulton, DeKalb. But you smoke a blunt out in Fayette, they may make you do 10 days in jail.
Really?
They may make you pay $1,000 fine.
I thought it was not decriminalized, but I thought they wouldn't mess with nobody with less than an ounce in Fulton or.
I think that's City of Atlanta.
City of Atlanta, Fulton, DeKalb. I'm saying Fayette and some of these other places.
Right.
Cherokee. You go out there and smoke a blunt if you want to.
I have.
And something else. Social media. I had a client once that had a DUI. His email address was Lil Whiskey.
Stop. I'm done. Show's over. Show's over. Show's over.
I said,
Lil Whiskey at gmail.com.
Hey, where you want me to send this to? Lil Whiskey at gmail.com.
I said, bro, you got to change that.
You need to go get you a new ABC123 at gmail.com.
I said, bro, you got to change this. You got to change it now. And we were able to get him a reckless. We actually were able to get him a reckless driving because the cop lied. The cop in the police report, that's why it's always good to get the police reports and the videos. He said that my client stumbled out of his truck, and he did not. And so once the prosecution saw the video, they realized that the cop had lied. Imagine that. They went ahead and reduced it to reckless.
Have you ever seen just some blatant corruption through your years of the police force in Atlanta? Have you ever had a case? I know I don't want to put you on. I know you got a good relationship with everybody there. I don't want you putting nobody on blast. But was there ever an instance of just blatant and it was documented?
Like nothing just really
blatant. Okay.
Really just stands out.
Right.
But I'll tell you what does stand out. When we have Zoom court, people think and they are at home, but they forget that they're in court. I had a dude that came on, he was laying down in the bed with no shirt on. And then
I can see that.
And then he woke up and greeted the judge.
Hold the phone probably like this. Hold the phone like this too.
He pillow talking to the judge.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, Your Honor.
Hey,
what's happening, Your Honor?
I'm here.
But it didn't work because I don't even think she liked men. And so
hey, nigga, get up, put a shirt on. Respect this court.
Then I had a client that came on with a white tee, and nice young man, hard working. And I told him, bro, you got to go put on a shirt. and I thought he was gonna get a polo and something like that.
Right.
And he got a white tee, and he put it on over his wife beater. And
So wait a minute, he had the white beater
I
on
chill
first.
in my white tee. Court in my white tee.
Was it clean at least?
it
Though?
was the
Was it crisp? Was it crisp?
It was the cleanest.
I ain't mad at him though.
Most crisp.
I mean,
It was the whitest.
I think a crisp white tee is acceptable for any occasion.
most Clorox bleach white tee I've ever seen in my
Brand
life.
new.
Yeah.
He just got that from the
I
Shell
was about to say,
station.
you put on a crisp white tee with some khakis. You're like you're business
And so
casual.
I let it ride.
Yeah, it was a 4X from the Shell station.
I let it ride.
It was crisp.
I had on Air Force Ones with it. I didn't see them though. I was clean.
But have y'all ever looked at court cam? Because they had one where somebody was smoking a blunt
What?
on court, in court. Who does that?
That's a gangster.
And the other thing you cannot do, you cannot be driving.
Wait a minute. Whoever smoking a blunt on court cam gotta have a VPN. He was like,
Right.
you don't know where I'm at.
Come and get me.
You can't trace my location. You gotta have a VPN.
You don't even know if this is weed or not. I roll my own cigarettes.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But I just wish. But whether it's Zoom court or live court, I just want people to take baths because.
Wait a minute. I didn't think he was going.
That's a hell of a transition. Remember, it's live court and Zoom court. Y'all need to wash y'all motherfucking ass.
Wait a minute. Somebody funky enough that they coming through on video.
You look like you stank.
Because
Everything around you just stank.
He look like Pigpen from the Peanuts. It's just a little cloud of
He
smoke.
come on a Zoom screen, little cloud of smoke come out.
cloud
Like
of
dust.
cloud of smoke,
Yeah.
cloud of glitter. I knew a dancer that came to court and she still had her glitter on, and I said, "Baby girl, why you still got the glitter?" She said, "I just got off and I didn't want to go to sleep."
That's probably a good move on her part.
And then she had the shortest dress in America on, and it was just an attraction and a distraction for everybody in the courtroom.
She
I
might have
bet,
been,
I bet she got a good plea deal though.
I was about to say that might have been calculated.
She had a female judge.
The same one that didn't like men.
No,
She might not even know what she was doing. She was like, "I came in here for you, Judge.
Or the prosecutor, she was like, Shh, I just saw you 3 hours ago.
What you doing after you bang that gavel?"
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know why you made my fine so high. You just gave me 300.
Right? I just saw you. Like we both left the same spot.
Right.
We could have carpooled here together.
Yeah, you could have kept that 300 and put it towards my fine.
All right. Now I got.
And I don't know if it's that people don't think or they don't care,
It's just a mixture.
or they just don't
Or ignorance.
know better.
Or ignorance. Yeah. Or ignorance. They just don't know.
That's just wild to me.
Yeah.
I would like for you to clarify to all the people out there that have been listening to these radio commercials and
About the lawyers.
they've been listening to commercials talking about he got me $50,000 and then I got in another accident next week and he got me another $50,000.
Are you talking about Montcliff?
Nah, I'm talking about all of them where
The big ones?
where they put
Yeah.
all this stuff out here, but they don't. I want you to speak on like
They don't tell you what you really get.
They don't,
well that and what your injuries got to really be to get.
That kind of money.
you broken neck, broken leg, broken arm.
Trailer accidents.
But just regular whiplash is not gonna get you $100,000.
No.
I don't care who your lawyer is.
Yeah.
That's just not going to happen.
You can bring Johnny Cocker out the grave.
and-
You ain't getting that.
And then sometimes by the time the attorneys and the doctors get paid,
Right.
it puts very little in certain clients' pockets, and they don't always go through
Understand.
that detail or that explanation. They just put that
Yeah.
out there, and sometimes the policy limits are not 50,000.
Right.
So if the policy limits aren't 50,000,
That's because I think a lot of Americans got a misconception because they've seen it so much about sue this person, sue this person, sue this person. I'm gonna get this amount of money. They think anytime you do a slip and fall in a grocery store, you're gonna get $500,000. It doesn't work like that.
And even if slip and fall, you get one free fall. But if it's a pattern of falls because of some defect in the floor,
right,
then it opens it up because it has to be a hazard that's either known by the proprietor of the business or should have been known.
Have y'all seen the videos from like overseas where people like literally jumping in front of cars and stuff?
Yeah, they're doing it over in Asia.
Yeah, Asia. But y'all have any cases like that?
We weren't talking about Mexico.
My bad. That was pretty good timing. I hit the button by accident. My bad.
No, but I'm just saying, in these commercials, they don't say, girl, he got me $50,000, and then I got another wreck. I got another $50,000, and the next thing I heard in the mouth should be like, I was wondering why you was in that wheelchair. Like they don't ever say that.
They never say that part. Yeah.
I was wondering where your left hand went, or where.
That's
Girl,
true.
I got $150,000. I can't move my neck.
But they never say that.
They never say that. They just be talking about them zeros. But that's, it's advertising.
And that's why for years lawyers were prohibited from advertising. When I finished law school, we couldn't do that.
Yeah, I heard that was a new thing.
And it's evolved over the years. And I, what I just really wish, it's okay to advertise on black radio, but I can't stand no ghetto ass sounding commercials.
The ones that be rapping, like if you broke your neck, come and see me quick. And you got Tupac beat on behind it. What?
Or they use that language because everybody doesn't talk like that. Some of
But
us,
but you know what they're appealing to, and the clients they want, they get them. They appealing to that clientele. Just that person who banged somebody out in the Greenbrier parking mall in the parking lot. Like, hey, come see me. You got hit from the back.
they banged them in the. You meant bang.
Yeah, that was a car collision.
Smash.
That happens in Greenbrier parking lot too. There's a lot of banging going on. Is Greenbrier still open?
Why are you talking about high school stuff?
Is Greenbrier still open?
Yes.
Did y'all know they closed that Chick-fil-A? And that was the first Chick-fil-A in Atlanta open. Did y'all know that?
But Piccadilly is still there.
Is it? Off Old National?
I just went there.
No, Piccadilly
and Greenbrier.
Greenbrier is still there?
Yeah, I just went there the other night.
How many Piccadilly? That's a good question. How many
Not
Piccadilly still
Piccadilly,
open?
but Piccadilly.
I know there's one on Old National, there's one in Greenbrier. I don't know where another Piccadilly
And
is.
I bet the same dude on both of them.
In South DeKalb Mall, which had that real bad score.
Is South DeKalb still open? Is
had
that mall still open?
They had that real bad score. All the black malls are still open. And
West End?
And West End Mall is still open. I live there. I live in West End.
That's actually a testament to our community. Like, we can keep these places still open after all these years.
Without a Macy's.
And then without a Riches. And then, I forget, damn, you said Riches. When's the last time you seen a Riches?
Riches bingo.
And Mervin's.
And see, the thing about West End Mall, the AU Center students need that mall.
They do.
Because they can walk there and get their whatever it is that they're getting that they don't get from off the street.
Yeah.
Right. They got to get their bitch and hoe t-shirts from somewhere.
Right. I got to go to court tomorrow. Well, Clarence, God, man, you got so much. You're imparting so much wisdom on us right here, and all our viewers. You're imparting some wisdom. Do you have any other words of wisdom from the lawyer aspect that you would like to impart on our viewers? Like it's just some I don't know, some knowledge that you think people don't know.
I was going to say something that they should know, but they don't do.
Well, say it.
Like in the words of Stevie Wonder, he did a commercial years ago. Don't drive.
I've never seen that commercial, but I never seen that. I want to pull that shit on my phone.
Stevie Wonder ain't never seen it either.
I was just about to say, hold on. How is Stevie Wonder doing a drunk driving commercial? That's where I was going with it. This nigga driving?
Well, I guess if he drove, it would be like,
like driving drunk.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But, and I just try to urge people, if you're going to be out drinking, just
be responsible.
Just be responsible.
But that's just common sense. But as we've seen, a lot of people don't have that.
Right, I thought he was going to do like the Miss Cleo thing and be like, call me now.
DUIs, call me now. I'm your guy. I'm not going to get you off, but I'll get you a lesser sentence.
I can see it in your future.
I see your future.
Call me
Probation. Probation for you.
Call on me and I'll set you free. You know?
Man, I'm about to go get your billboards put up tomorrow. When you leave the airport, you go see Clarence. Call me, you'll be free. That's our new slogan. I'm about to put some money behind Clarence. We're going to start a new law firm.
Did you get a PUI?
You get a PUI? Where you podcast under influence? Or getting pussy under influence? We're your dude. We got you right here. You don't want to pay a child support? Pussy under influence is a new charge here in Atlanta.
And that's,
We can get you off on that.
And that's the one area I do not fool with.
What?
Child custody and divorce and all that.
You don't do none of that?
I'll do a criminal.
So no family law. No family law.
I'll do an alleged criminal any day over folks fighting over their kids or fighting over their marriage.
So you don't know
fighting over a house or fighting over a lamp.
No family law.
Oh, hell no.
None of that.
Nada.
Criminal. You see, you're the criminal.
Criminal, civil.
Yeah.
I do a little landlord and tenant.
Any of your clients ever got life? That's how you sell yourself. Any of your clients ever got life? Yeah, I want a couple dudes. I don't know.
Well, you know, I just like they have soft porn and hard porn, I do soft criminal.
I don't do none of that hardcore shit.
That's the most gangster shit I ever heard in my life. That's the best analogy I ever heard. You know how some people do soft? I do soft criminal. God damn it, Clarence, that's hard. I don't do none of that hard criminal shit, like where motherfuckers can lose their life.
Yeah, if you chopping niggas up, that ain't me.
Ain't me. You cartel? Nah, bruh. Nah.
We like to thank Attorney Clarence Johnson for coming out and blessing
yes, indeed.
us. Oh. He'll be back at some point. So
to get more legal, he's our legal correspondent for Unsolicited. We're gonna bring him back. Any legal questions we have, we're gonna bring Clarence on to answer these legal questions. Mm-hmm. Even though he's an attorney too.
I trust him though.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be...
Because he's older, he knows more.
Can I do a plug?
Yes,
oh, yeah,
please plug.
And I know I'm drinking, but...
You got to say it correct. You got to say it right, though.
There's going to be a back-to-school jam at Ben Hill United Methodist Church, and I will be there giving legal advice, again, on courtroom etiquette and also what to do when stopped by a police. So bring your kids. We'll have games. We'll have food.
Games?
It's a back-to-school jam.
Yeah, this is just one segment of it.
Hold on, in my mind, I'm like, hey, all right, kids, get in the car. I get pulled over by the cops.
Backpacks. But the older kids and the parents can benefit from
whoop, whoop.
knowledge. And it so, just inviting folks. And that's on the 29th of July, somewhere around the 10 o'clock hour.
All right, and that's going to be at Ben Hill United Methodist Church off Fairman Road in Southwest Atlanta.
This ain't no address.
Well, I used to go Ben Hill.
I know you did. That's what I'm not laughing about. No, I'm not. This is a good cause. No, for real. I'm being an asshole, but yeah. That's a good cause. Y'all should come out for this.
As we talk about church.
Yeah, as we talk about church as we drink a Crown and Gentleman's Jack.
All right.
That's the Ben Hill way.
We're going to see y'all next Thursday. We're going to see y'all next Thursday.
Unsolicited. Clarence Johnson Jr. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Wine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we drink wine.
Yeah. Communion.
We just started early.
We're the oyster crackers.